Hello everyone, welcome to the video. In this video, we will see how to prepare for IIM personal interview. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to highlight here is that do not create a fake persona, guys. So be who you are in an interview. Do not pretend to be someone that you are not, okay? Because people in the panel, people who are taking your interview, they will find out, guys, within 2 3 minutes of your within the first 2 3 minutes of your interview itself, they will figure out that you are pretending to be someone that you are not, that you are being fake, okay? So do not create a fake persona. The more true you will be in an interview, the more genuine you will come out as a person, and the more chances you will have in clearing the interview round. Okay, so guys, please do not create a fake persona. Now, the very first question that usually comes, or the question which is usually asked as the first question in any interview, be it an IIM interview or a job interview or a summer internship interview or any other interview, right? The very first question that comes is, tell us something about yourself. Okay. So, guys, this is one question that I want you to spend a lot of time on. I want you to spend at least 1 or 2 days just trying to figure out or noting down what you want to highlight about yourself. Because this question will, first of all, do a lot of things. Because this question will be the first impression that you give to the panel. This question will tell you how you speak. This question will tell the panelists how you speak, the way you speak, and how you are able to gather your thoughts and tell a story to people. So that is what this question is going to do. This question is going to be the first impression of you as a person. Okay, the way you frame your answers, the way you speak English, how you speak, and what you speak, everything is going to get covered in the first question, and probably the remaining part of the interview is going to get driven by how you answer this question in particular. Okay, because this is the first question and this is going to tell a lot about you in the interview. Okay, so guys, prepare very thoroughly for this question. Take 1 day, 2 days, start jotting down points, who you are, what you've done, okay, what you like, what you don't like, what has been your journey till now, okay, and what are your future plans. Tell the interviewer whatever you want to tell them. Make a story, okay. Do not sound bland that my name is XYZ, I come from here, I graduated from this college in this year, then I worked, and now I'm here. Do not sound so bland, okay. Make sure that you tell a story. Make sure that you genuinely show them that you are genuinely interested in the way you are answering the question, okay, that you actually are taking effort. It should show that you are really taking an effort to convince people that this is who you are, okay. So it should be a story. It should come out naturally. It shouldn't sound fake. It shouldn't sound like you've written this down somewhere and you've memorized it, or you are reading it from somewhere. It shouldn't sound fake at all. It should come out naturally. And guys, you have a lot of time for preparing for this particular question. We know for a fact that this question is going to come, right? So make sure that you tell a beautiful story about yourself. Nothing should be fake. Everything should be true, and this should be very well framed and very well practiced. Okay, so that after hearing this question's answer, the other person thinks, oh wow, that was really nice. I mean, the person or the people should get impressed. Okay, so that is what you should aim for, and you should prepare very well for the question. Tell us something about yourself. Okay, and a very another important question which is asked very frequently in IIM interviews is that, why MBA? What is the reason that you are coming for an MBA? Okay, so now that you graduated this year, the very next year, why MBA? Why only MBA, right? So you should know for a fact that, okay, probably if you are a working professional, then you're probably working in a software company. The growth opportunities were very limited. or you were not excited by the kind of work you were doing. You want to switch your domain, you want to learn, you want to work in the middle level management of a company, at least at this point of time, which is why you selected MBA. So make sure that you have a very tangible reason. Okay, do not give standard answers like MBA is the best and MBA this, MBA that. I mean, tell the answer and with respect to your point of view. Okay, how MBA suits you, how MBA will give you what you want. So think about it. Give tangible answers for this question, guys. Write it down and practice it as much as you can. Because these are the two questions that are most probably going to come in the interview, and you should be able to ace these questions very, very nicely. Okay. So know for yourself, give tangible reasons as to why you're doing it. For example, if you have just graduated and you feel that after graduating probably you will end up working in a technical company, or as a software programmer or something like that, and you don't want to do it, you want to move into finance, you want to go into digital marketing or something that an MBA student that you think that after your MBA only then you will be offered. So think about your answers and just impress the panel as to why tangibly why you want to do it. Okay. So guys, the next thing that the interviewers are going to ask you is if you are a working professional, then most probably the questions going to come is tell us something about your job, tell us about your role, what were you doing in the job, tell us about the company and whatnot. So everything that is related to your job is going to definitely come to you, and because of course you've been working, you would know about all this. But then make sure that if you don't know about your company, please read about your company, because it happens, right? Who is the CEO, who are the board members, who are the top leaders of your company, know about the company, know if at all the company is a listed company, know about the stock price, know about the latest acquisitions, or about the latest news about the company. Okay, read about your company, know about your role. I mean, you would know about your role, but then you should be able to formulate it and explain it to the panel in a very simple language. Because I'll tell you why. So, if the panel asks you that tell us about your job, you shouldn't answer it by using jargons in your answer. Okay, so do not use job related jargons that you've been using at your job in your company. Explain about your job profile, explain about what you did or what you are doing in your job in very, very simple terms, guys. Because every panelist should be able to understand what you do. So write your answer or frame your answer in such a way that you are explaining about your job to a kid. Okay, so explain how you would explain to a kid, so that people who are sitting in the panel, they may not be from technology backgrounds, right? So they may not be able to understand technical jargons that you might use while explaining about your job. So prepare your answer as if you are explaining it to a kid. Okay, this should be covered in tell us about your job. Okay, if you are a fresher, then tell about the college life, tell about your final year college project is what is going to come to you definitely. Okay, so know everything about the project that you did, the final project that you had submitted. Please research whatever you can, know in and out everything about your project. Okay, and tell us about your college life. So whatever you've done in your 3 years or 4 years of graduation, please ensure that you know that you brainstorm and you just write down or jot down somewhere that what all you've done right from the first year till the final year. Okay, and highlight the highlights of what you've done in your college life should be definitely there while explaining about your college life. Okay, so everything should come out naturally, but all you have to do is brainstorm, prepare for these answers, and also practice. Only then you will be able to impress the panel very nicely. Okay. So the next thing that I want to highlight in this video, guys, is that you should know your CV well. It might happen that in your CV you've written, or in your profile you've written that you cleared this exam, you came first, or you came as a runner-up in this program, or you've done a paper presentation for this thing. But so whatever things you mentioned, whatever points have been mentioned by you in your profile or your CV, guys, please be sure to revise whatever you can regarding every point. So if a person picks up any single word or any single point from your CV, you should be able to talk for at least 1 or 2 minutes regarding that point. Okay, what was that? Where did it happen? Why did you participate? How was the event? Or whatever point you've written, you should be able to justify that point. Why is that point present on your CV? You should be able to speak about for about 2 minutes uh, uh, on any point that is picked up from your CV. Okay, guys. So this should be also followed, because if at all somebody picks up a point that you are not very well aware of, and that person comes and asks you, okay, tell me about this, what was this, and you're not able to tell them properly, then it's not, then forget about the interview, because then it will be a very difficult journey. Okay, so know your CV very well. Okay, guys. Now, talking about strengths and weaknesses. I know for a fact that this question is also very tough, and it's not easy to answer. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? But you should be aware of what your strengths and your weaknesses are. So, what I would request you to do is first introspect. Okay, think about yourself, introspect. What do you think are your strengths? What do you think are your weaknesses? Write them down. Okay, then talk to your closest friends, talk to your boyfriend slash girlfriend or your closest friends. Ask them what they think are your strengths and weaknesses. Write them down. Okay. Talk to your colleagues. Talk to the people you work with. Not your friends, not your friends per se, but the people that you work with professionally or in college or anywhere. Ask them about your strengths and weaknesses. What do they think are your strengths? What do they think are your areas of improvement? Write them down. And after collating this, guys, take the top five strengths that you think that should be highlighted, okay, and take the top five weaknesses that you think are some things that you can highlight in the interview. Okay, so do not give answers like I don't have a weakness, or I don't have a weakness, or I'm not aware of my weaknesses, because that also gives a very bad impression. Okay, it's okay. We are all human beings. Everybody has a weakness. It's very wise. It's very good if you are aware of your weakness, and you can also tell them that okay, these are my areas of improvements or as weaknesses, and this thing, or these are the things that I'm doing or I'm planning to do in order to improve upon my weaknesses. So that will give another brownie point to your to you as a person, that okay, this person is aware of his weaknesses, and he also knows what to do about them, and, or he is also working upon them to improve them. Okay, so that's how you answer, but that's how you figure out your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so guys, I wouldn't want you to go in depth about all the different specializations of MBA, but then I would want you to read about what what are the different MBA specializations, right? So finance, HR, marketing, strategy, analytics, but whatever specializations that you can find, just read about them. Just know that what are the specializations of MBA. Do not go into much details, because that was not expected out of you. But then, yeah, a little overview, be in knowing about what the different specializations are, is something that can be expected from you. Okay, so just know the overview of all the different MBA specializations and the ones that you think you would want to go for. So if you want to go for a finance specialization, then you should know why you want to go for the finance specialization, or if you want to go for marketing, why marketing then? Okay, that is also something that you should think about. and you should know. Okay. So, whenever you're going for an interview of any particular college, please go to the website of that college, look at the website, look at all the latest achievements of the college, okay, know about the history of the college, read about the various alumni from that college, okay. So basically, read whatever you can about the college, okay, note that down, and make sure to revise that also, okay. So that's also very important because sometimes the interview panelist might ask you, okay, tell us about the history of this college. And then what if you're blank? Then that person will say that you've not even found out, you've not even conducted any kind of personal research on this college. How do you expect us to believe in whatever you've said? Because you're not that serious. So that interview may shift into that direction. Okay. So read about the college, find out about that college. Okay. Do your research thoroughly. Okay, and this is very important, guys. So, write down all the answers of all the questions that I've just discussed. Okay, write them down if you want to write it in a diary, in a notebook. Write it down if you want to prepare a Word document. If you want to prepare any kind of document, just do that. But then make sure to create a document of any kind, and please make sure to practice. So as part of my practice, what my strategy was, I used to take up all these standard questions, and then I used to walk in my room and I used to speak the answers out loud, so as to just be able to create a good flow for my answers. And whenever this question came into any of the interviews, I've already because I've already practiced so much, I was very comfortable in answering these kind of questions. Okay, so please write down all the answers for the above mentioned questions, practice them, read them 2 3 times, and then just practice the way you can. But then talk out loud. Okay, speak out loud all the answers, so as to ace these questions. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you for watching the video, and all the best. Bye bye.